All right, in this little video, I want to continue our lecture on the various forces that we encounter in AP Physics. There's many forces, but these are the ones we want to actually know. So I'm going to give you an abbreviation, a definition, an equation if appropriate, and some units. Surprise, the units, they're all capital N, and N stands for Newton, which is Sir, as in Sir Isaac Newton. That was anticlimactic. Okay, now we have gravity, or the weight force. The abbreviation we use is either FG or W. And the definition, we're going to keep it real simple. Pull of Earth. That says pull, not pun. But I can't seem to write. I'm going to make my pen smaller. Next, we have the normal force, which will abbreviate as Fn, or you'll see it written as N. This is the upward push. Actually, I won't say that. It's a force that when you have one thing against another, it's perpendicular to surfaces. Okay? Then we have what's called the friction force. And the friction force we're going to write with a little f. And I'm going to tell you right now, sometimes you'll see this with an FK, sometimes with an FS. And just so you know, the K means kinetic, which is a fancy word for moving. And S means static, which means not moving. Oh, very good. Now, there is a definition, and our definition of friction, we're going to say it's resistance to motion. And I'm going to put a star here just to kind of note resistance to motion from surface rubbing on an object. Okay? Okay, goody. Tension, T. That's like ropes. Okay? Strings. All right? And then the spring force, that we're going to write as F sub S. The definition, it comes from springs, rubber bands, bungee cords. I spelled cords wrong. Bungee cords. Now the equation for gravity, that's W is M times the gravitational strength. Remember, G is going to be 10 newtons per kilogram. Or when we're doing labs, 9.8 newtons per kilogram. The normal force depends on things. Now friction, there is an equation for it that we're going to write down, but we're not going to get into it this week. It's mu times the normal force, where mu is this weird letter here, and we're going to talk about what that means next week when we do the lab. Okay? And then we have spring forces. Force in the spring is given by the strength of the spring K times the amount you stretch the spring by. We're going to talk more about these two equations next week, but I just wanted to kind of write down the abbreviations for all these forces, and I hope you have these in your notes too.